Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, Celebrity Cruise Line is looking to really enhance their retreat, their suite area on some of their ships. We also have the mayor of Barcelona and the town council basically saying, yep, they're getting ready to start limiting cruise ships or even closing cruise terminals in Barcelona. We have a couple that were completely surprised by a bill getting off the ship when they got sick and were being evacuated. And I'm kind of shaking my head saying, how are you surprised by this? So, Celebrity on their Edge-class ships, starting from the Edge and working there all the way up to the Ascent. Every time they've been building a new ship, they've been adding more suite-class cabins. The Ascent has more than the Beyond had more than the Apex, etc., etc. Well, it is one of my favorite places. The suite lounges and everything are great. The restaurant on board is amazing, Lumine restaurant. It is one of the best places to stay if you're a suite guest, bar none. However, they're looking to enhance your experience on board. Everything from offering even more choices in Lumine restaurant as a suite guest. They're also going to have a dedicated butler and shore excursion person for each suite. Not just go down to the desk, you have a dedicated person to help you arrange all of your items. The butler can also be reached 24/7 on the WhatsApp while you're there for anything that may pop up, like you forgot to bring your toothbrush or something like that. These are the folks that will help you and guide you to get you your items. Also, you'll have dedicated spots in the theater for shows. You will have more choices for food options in your stateroom as well. It's just like they're adding up more and more and more to the suite guest life. Suites aren't cheap. I'll tell you that right now. The suites are not cheap, but they are, if you're looking for that upgraded experience, they are a lot of fun, and especially on the Edge class ships that have been designed around the retreat area. I think you would really enjoy it, and it looks like Celebrity's stepping up and checking it out. Well, Barcelona, however, is checking out. In fact, after having 3.2 million people visit last year, they have decided that they're trying to get rid of the one-day passenger person. And by doing that, they're going to start limiting cruise ships. I don't think they thought that completely through, because Barcelona is in the Mediterranean and a big turnaround hub, where that is a get-on destination and a get-off destination. So those people getting on are not one-day visitors. They're often 3- and 4-day visitors visiting the city before getting onto the cruise ships. They're also 3- and 4-day visitors getting off of the cruise ship who like to stay and explore the destination and the town that they're in while they've traveled all that way to get there. But they say this is what they're planning to do. They're going to start limiting cruise ships in Barcelona, which could cause havoc to a ton of cruise companies out there, as they will scramble to find a new turnaround terminal, a new turnaround port, which is also one of the reasons you've started to see a lot more cruise ships like the Sun Princess now sailing out of Athens for its destination. However, Athens, right now, as of right now, is not as easy to fly to as Barcelona. You can find a lot more direct flights into Barcelona than you can into Athens. It is a lot more difficult, but we'll have to see what happens, as Barcelona has jumped on the banning cruise ship bandwagon, shall we say. And again, I think they haven't quite thought it through. Also, if you happen to be on the P&O Ventura coming up on Saturday, they've asked you not to show up to the cruise ship so early to get on board. They want you to get on 4 hours later than scheduled, Why? Well, they've had a big Norovirus outbreak on board and they have to clean the whole ship from top to bottom. They are going in and doing all the high-end cleaning, the steam cleaning. You'll see those guys in the big suits going around with the sprayers, and it will be top to bottom to try and stop the spread of this Norovirus that over the course of a few weeks now has caught about 200 to 250 passengers came down with that Norovirus, and they thought they were getting near the end of it, and then it sprung up again. So now they're just going to do a heavy-duty deep cleaning and get whatever is out there and get rid of it as best they can. And so if you're on the P&O Ventura this Saturday, please show up about 4 hours later. Next, I have that story of a couple who were surprised to be handed by a bill for Royal Caribbean while they were being evacuated. And I got some thoughts on this. But first off, before I get there, let me just invite you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. If you want to keep up to date with everything going on in cruising, from what not to do like this couple, from the possibility of changes of your cruise itinerary coming up in 2025 and 2026 because cruise ports like Barcelona are limiting cruise ships, hit that subscribe button, maybe the odd time leave a like if you like the video, and why not even leave a comment, and we'll try and keep you as entertained as possible, but most of all, we're going to try and keep you informed so your next cruise vacation can be a little bit easier, safer, less expensive, and even a little less frustrating. I hope you'll join us, and again, I really do appreciate it. Okay, we had a couple that's in the news right now that was surprised when on their bill, as they were being evacuated to a hospital, when the gentleman came down and had seizures on board after visiting Coco Cay, or a perfect day at Coco Cay, they were surprised that on the bill, along with a few cocktails or laundry service or gift shop purchases, there was a bill for $2,500 US for medical service, from anti-seizure medication to service by the staff, etc. Because they had to go to the medical staff and they had x-rays and were treated, blood tests, etc. and the cruise ship. So as they were being medically evacuated to a better facility to better facilitate the gentleman's medical needs, on that bill they had that $2,500 bill. Now they have said that they're kind of got a new job, and the new job doesn't have insurance until about 2 weeks or so from when they get to that position. And they did not purchase, you guessed it, medical insurance. Wow. And you're surprised that they're giving you medical bill. Now, they stated that they thought that the insurance, to be fair, they thought the insurance was only for cancellation insurance. No, the number one thing on insurance is not cancellation insurance. It's not to get your money back if the cruise changes. That is the least important part of the insurance. The real insurance is to protect you when this happens and you get medically evacuated or have a seizure or have a heart attack or stumble down the stairs and break your leg. Anything medical. That is why we have insurance, because you're going to get this bill. And guess what? If you got to a hospital that's not in the United States, then you're going to get their bill. And sometimes you have to pay that bill in advance, and it can get really expensive. I've seen evacuation bills and medical bills for some people crossing the $150,000 to $200,000 US prices. That's crazy. For the cost of, for instance, my insurance on this entire trip, for this trip for myself was $140. I'll gladly shell out $140 right now and have that medical insurance besides any other insurance I may have that might kick in, like my Canadian health insurance or, my yearly insurance I buy through medical. I always buy extra insurance because you never know, especially as you get older, what can happen. So here's a tale of warning. Do not travel without some sort of travel insurance. And if you think your credit card covers you, you better double check and make sure it has evacuation insurance, because that's the most expensive part of your insurance. And if something happens and it doesn't get covered, welcome to a $30,000, $40,000 bill. Well, leave a comment down below. What do you guys think? Do you think Barcelona might be missing the boat a little bit? Do you think, yes, no matter what, travel insurance? Or do you think, nope, you know, I've done it 40 times. I've cruised 40 times, never had insurance. It only takes that one time, though, folks. It only takes that one time. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.